up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan has approved a new plan to boost innovation in the semiconductor industry. The 10-year scheme is aimed at making the country a global chip design hub and center for developing semiconductor talent. Another goal is to encourage companies to use generative AI technology to create industrial solutions. The plan includes an initial budget of around $370 million for the first year alone, but officials say a total of $9.3 billion will be spent over the next decade.
事实上，10年应该不是一个非常长的时间。台湾最好的这个完整的 pipeline， 从 IC design 到制造到封装测试，这个我想我们在精创台湾计划里面会公私协力，把这个系统把它弄得最好，让国际的一些新创或者 IC design 的公司，他愿意来台湾。
Activists have launched a global hunger strike against Formosa Plastics. They say the Taiwanese conglomerate is not compensating victims of human and environmental abuses in Vietnam. Sully Anson spoke to one of the strikers, Diane Wilson, an award-winning anti-pollution activist.
You're on the second day of your hunger strike against Formosa Plastics activities in Vietnam. Can you tell us what they did there?
They had a steel factory there, and their discharge was catastrophic to the fisheries and the fishermen there, and forced them to relocate, disrupted communities, and I know a whole lot about that.
Yes, you've been fighting Formosa Plastics for 35 years, and you won a historic settlement against them in 2019 for illegal dumping of plastic waste on Texas's Gulf Coast. So what made you want to act on behalf of victims in Vietnam?
Not only a settlement, but we got zero discharge of plastics. We got enforcement, and we got monitoring, and we got cleanup, which is exactly what they should be doing in Vietnam. And we got it here. The federal judge said that they were serial polluters and that their violations were enormous and that they had harmed the fishery. So I know what that company does, and they unfortunately they do it nearly every place they do business.
You've done hunger strikes against Formosa before, but will they listen, do you think? Why do you think doing another one will work this time?
I really believe it works. I believe Formosa knows that we will carry it through. I don't think Formosa doubts that we're not going to be sitting out in front of their plant. Matter of fact, someone asked me, how long are we going to be on this hunger fast? And I said, go ask Formosa, ask them how long we're going to be out here. I think it's in their ballpark.
That was Sully Anson talking to Diane Wilson, who is on a hunger strike against the activities of Taiwanese company Formosa Plastics. And speaking of pollution, Taiwan has joined a NASA program to monitor air quality around the country's main island. Laura Stewart explains the global implications.
Surrounded by mountains and forests and in the clouds, the Lulin Atmospheric Background Station was set up in 2006 to monitor air pollution in the Asia-Pacific region. And now it's joined NASA's Aerosol Robotic Network, also known as the AeroNet program, to more accurately measure air pollution data in areas surrounding Taiwan.
它其实是非常重要，在针对全球的空气污染的悬浮微粒做一个全球性的侦测，帮我们解决我们这个区域里面的长程输送的这些跨境污染的一些问题。
By joining the AeroNet program, the station's ground data and NASA's satellite data can be combined. This means air quality can be more accurately analysed, and the data will meet international standards. Taiwan's Environment Ministry runs the station.
现在卫星的应用非常的广泛但是卫星在天空中飞过以后拍照，那 出来做资料的解析，那用什么来做标准、做校正？那就需要这个太阳光度计用地面的这些资料。
请部长资分随身碟。
Taiwan's background monitoring station is only the third Aeronet calibration platform in the world, alongside stations in Hawaii and Spain. Researchers say the program will help other countries work with Taiwan on data verification to help monitor climate change and air quality in Asia. Ethan Pan, Sam Hui, and Laurel Stewart for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's Basketball Association is calling for more controls to fight gambling and game rigging. That's after professional players were found working with bookies. Leslie Liao has more.
Taiwan's Supreme Prosecutor's Office tapped professional basketball player Luo Zhenfeng as a spokesperson to discourage betting on Taiwan's presidential elections in January. But the campaign came up snake eyes for the prosecutor's office, as Luo has since admitted to betting on basketball games in Taiwan's semi-professional SBL league. While some sports betting is technically legal in Taiwan, Luo breached his contract with his team, the Taiwan Beer Leopards of the T1 professional basketball team. Luo's gambling came to light after he was connected with SBL player Wu Ji-ying. Authorities arrested Wu for fixing games and trying to recruit people to the scheme. Now a third player has been caught up in the scandal, Chen Jinghuan, another player in Taiwan's T1 league. He's also admitted to betting on sports games. Taiwan's National Basketball Association is now stepping in, calling for Taiwan's various basketball leagues to work together to prevent gambling and game fixing.
我们要求3个联盟及目前一共有15个球队，都要增设一个专职的人，专门负责这个涉赌及打假球的事件。
Game fixing is nothing new in Taiwan. The country's professional baseball league has also seen game rigging scandals. But the country's comparatively younger basketball leagues will have to remain vigilant if they're to keep the spate of gambling and game rigging from becoming a repeat offense. Chris Ma and Leslie Liao for TaiwanPlus.
Veterinarian groups in Taiwan are calling on the government to authorize the use of a COVID drug to treat a fatal disease affecting cats. Yu Jinhuang has the details.
Looking to cure cats of a deadly disease, vets in Taiwan are urging the government to import medicine for feline infectious peritonitis, also known as FIP. The disease is caused by a type of coronavirus, which is not transmittable to humans. It's so severe that it's killed thousands of cats in the Mediterranean island of Cyprus since the beginning of this year. The situation in Cyprus has improved since the introduction of a COVID drug treatment in August. But these medicines are not available to animals in Taiwan.
真的没有药不能医，那现在有药了，还没有办法拿到药去医，这是痛啊。那可不可以开放出来？真正把关的是在我们都兽医的手上。
这个瑞德西韦跟莫拉皮拉韦这两个药物，目前使用在治疗猫的传染性腹膜炎上面来讲，是一个很大的帮助。
A U.S. pharmaceutical company was in the process of getting FIP drugs authorized in other countries, but that was stalled due to the COVID pandemic. There are only a few countries that allow the use of remdesivir and molnupiravir for animals. Here in Taiwan, access to the medicine is regulated by the Centers for Disease Control, while animal affairs are overseen by the Agriculture Ministry.
瑞德西韦或是说莫拉皮拉韦是不是可以用在猫咪上面？因为这个不是我们疾管署的一个权责，还是要借重于农业部这边看看去评估。
瑞德西韦或者是说那个莫拉皮拉韦的部分，好，那我们署里面这边我们有一个平台，就是跟食药署还有相关的专家有一个平台可以来审查评估是不是纳入我们的暂行品项。
Raising cats as pets has significantly grown in popularity in Taiwan over the past decade, with more than 870,000 cats registered in the country. Authorities say they are talking with the UK and Australia about how to import medicine to give sick cats the best shot at survival. Zhang Su and Yu Jinhuang for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, have a look at this My Bending exhibition in Rome, which is dedicated to Dutch designer Moritz Cornelius Escher. I'm Ethan. Take care, and I'll see you next time.